Hey everyone, 365 Days of Horsemanship, day 357 and 358. Pretty nice days. I'm just on my way to work now for a night shift, and the last couple of days have been quite interesting from like a psychological perspective. So I think as I'm learning to live a lot less for myself in patterns of fight and flight and patterns of kind of chronic stress, and my overall outlook on my overall mental health and resilience is better, I think I'm finding that I'm catastrophizing things a lot less, and I'm finding myself feeling less anxious. I'm less focused on concern about not achieving accomplishments, and much better at going with the flow and really being able to connect and trust with my gut and actually find the motivation to do what I actually also intellectually think is the right thing to do, which is really exciting. So last 2 days I have been at the yard, but I haven't actually ridden either of the horses either days. So yesterday, I was super tired. I had just finished 2 long day shifts the days before, and I had a little bit of time going up. And when I got there, I just didn't have any energy. Didn't have any real motivation to bring Mia or Lawrence up. And so with Lawrence, I just made things really easy yesterday. And I just came up, walked around him until I got a category change, and then luckily he was in the mood to make things really easy for me as well, and basically just stayed in flow with him, just being together, grazing, me just looking out across the environment, really just taking that time to be together in flow and allowing myself to miss small things and to be late and to become a follower and just spend time without it needing to be something really important or intense for the training of everything. Then I went over to Mia. Mia was quite relaxed, happy, just grazing, and so I kind of did the same thing with her, and then I spent a little time towards the end of the session as I was getting a little bit more emotionally tired, just looking at some bits and pieces on my phone for some exciting new projects and ideas that are coming up, and just taking the opportunity to allow myself to be less connected with her when she was just eating. And then if she would look up or if she would make a bigger change, then I would come back into a more precise synchronization with her, better flow with her. And I felt happy with that. It's not the way that I would want to play every single day, but it facilitated me to spend time with her in a way that was within my bandwidth, and allowed me to stay consistent within that. So yeah, it was really nice. And I think it was nice because I could definitely feel that if either of the horses had been really keen yesterday to spend time with me for one reason or another, or have a conversation about something, I would have been really happy to engage more with them. But the fact that they were happy with my presence, but they didn't want to offer me very much else, I think understanding that it's actually okay for me to also say, that's fine, I don't have that much either today, let's just hang out, and just take that enjoyment from continuing to grow the relationship in that way. So that was really nice. And then I came out today thinking that potentially I would have a more active day, and I would bring Mia up and ride her, and then do something or other with Lawrence afterwards. And I brought Mia up. She was actually quite pleased to see me. Came up to me, we walked up together to the gate. I halted her. She was really happy about that. Came up to the yard, tacked up, brought into the arena, walked her around a little bit, went to go and put the bridle on, and there was a little bit of there. So I thought, okay, let's do some liberty. And we started doing some liberty, and it was just sticky. It was really just sticky. She was just wanting a lot of rest opportunities. As soon as I was giving her a rest, she was really like sleeping straight away. And like very deep into self-focus, like eyes are closing. And I'm kind of repeating, like trying to kind of like build the connection with energy and build the connection with tasks to do. And as I'm doing this, I'm thinking about the context in which she's behaving this way. And that context is that recently, as I think I've sort of spoken about a little bit on here, there's been some new horses, and that's been quite stressful for her. Recently, a couple of days ago, all those new horses with her herd were all put in together, and they now have all 3 of those fields. They're all one big herd, and actually it's gone really well. Everyone seems really happy, everyone seems really relaxed, including Mia. And so thinking on the back of that, I'm kind of thinking, you know, my gut and the energy is telling me to flow with her in this need to process, because it seems like it's actually, when I look at the context of what's happening in her life, probably quite a healthy freeze. I don't think that her difficulty engaging with my desires for a long period of time today is because of an issue in our relationship that I need to resolve with activity. I actually think she's just in a place where she's away from the herd, and that's giving her a safe space to process that. And actually, I'd quite like to give her that space. So I stopped, found something nice that she did, brought her in for a rest again, sat down with her and just let her nap with me for half an hour. And we just looked out across the environment, looked at herd mates, looked across, looked at this, looked at that, and slept. And it was really nice because, like, towards the end, I was sort of waiting for, went on for quite a while. There wasn't really much licking and chewing going on, and then right at the end, there was a big lick and a chew and a yawn, and I thought, yeah, nice, that's really nice. Let's finish there. And I went up and did her plaits, and there was some more licking and chewing there, and that's more of that kind of release of that stress, and it's also a sign of kind of a moment of learning, or like an ending of a cycle of concern, or an ending of a cycle of thinking about something. And so I was really happy to facilitate that for her, because the energy I had from her at the end of the session was so peaceful and connected, and I really just felt so happy and proud of myself, proud for the relationship, that's a choice that I've made. I popped down to see Lawrence and spent a few minutes with him. I wish I'd spent a little bit longer with him actually, but the weather was turning, and I wanted to take the opportunity to go and pick up some new lenses for my glasses and other bits and pieces. He was quite sleepy as well, so I think it's also probably the weather, which has been very changeable, probably quite exhausting for them. But yeah, I really feel empowered by the last 2 days, and I feel really energized and invigorated, and really pleased with my decisions to follow, you know, the flow of my own energy and then the flow of my horse's energy as well. And yeah, I'm going to go back up tomorrow, see how things are tomorrow, try again. And yeah, really pleased with the sessions.